Elves make me vomit, but we do have the Phoenix King on the High Elves up against Bug in a Bed on the Wood Elves. Now, this is Conquest as well. I've seen a lot more Conquest lately. This may be also quick battle. I don't recall what the Phoenix King said in the description. Other than that, it's a very high skill gameplay. So everybody, before you watch the rest of the video, go into it expecting high skill gameplay. I'm talking like Alfredino level gameplay. All right, so we expect no less. But we have for the armies Archmage of Life with Regrowth and Earthblood, plus Life Bloom, of course. The rest of the army is going to be a whole bunch of Shadow Warriors, 4 of those bad boys. Going to do a little bit of kite action here. Got and also some style points. Going to bring those to the field as well. Lothern Sea Guard, those with shields, 4 of them, 5 of them actually, because I can count American County, Dragon Princes, 1 on both flanks, including the Silver Helms in the middle. For the Wood Elves, we do have Spellweaver of Life on an Eagle with Dwellers. Hold on, what? I had the Dwellers? Okay. It's funny, thinking about it. How Warhammer 2, you would never even think twice about not seeing Dwellers because it was just the meta spell for High Elves. Life magic. Obviously, aside from Earthblood, but that was the go-to damage spell, just like Banishment. But here, they changed it. It was incredibly insane once they changed it, and then they nerfed it, so not as good anymore. And healing is just super powerful. You pay 20 to get rid of a unit or 2, possibly with that, when you could just win by out healing your opponent. Yeah, much better option. Anyways, Dryads for the front line, a whole bunch of them. No ROR version of Frozen Hearts of Winter, I think they're called. Blade Guard Starfire Shafts with, of course, they got to bring that ADP option. We also have Hagbane Tips in the back line as well for the poison, and a single just standard Glade Guard. The vanilla variant, some would say. Eternal Guard on both flanks and 1 in the back line. For the Cav, we have some Glade Riders with spears, and yeah, just a whole bunch of Glade Riders with spears. Let's see how this goes. Better see some nice Dwellers below action. We'll see. Obviously, we're going to have a whole range competition going on. See whose metaphorical PP is longer. My arrows are stronger. No, mine. Yeah, Elves. That's all they can talk about is their range and how strong their arrows are. Shadow Warriors being pelted to pieces by Glade Guard as they deserve. A whole bunch of shots going in and out. Dragon Princes charge in. Same with the Silver Helms. Very nice. Pull out. The Dragon Princes continue pushing much farther in. However, these guys do not stop. They continue going through those Glade Guard and see an opportunity and continue to seize that opportunity as they leak through here and shut down those Glade Guard for the brief moment that it is, and then decided to disembark, trying to go for a rear charge on the Dryads, shut down that infantry engagement. Shadow Warriors focused on the right-hand flank of the Wood Elves, rather the High Elves, who have their Silver Helms engaged with dual Glade Riders. Going to be supporting those guys. In return, we do have some Glade Riders slipping in there into the cookie jar, getting up. The Shadow Warriors not going to do a whole lot though. However, they're going to lose. Dwellers below possibly going down here on double Shadow Warriors. Ooh, that is spicy there. Let's see if it actually does anything. I mean, bringing down one of the Shadow Warriors down to nearly half HP. And is it already done? No, it's continuing on. Shadow Warriors not taking a whole lot of HP damage though. Reducing their speed. Yeah, aside from that initial burst, it didn't last all that long. And what the hell was that? 20 winds of magic for that? I understand that the Shadow Warriors are very spaced out, but what the heck? Earthblood going in there, possibly on the as regrowth, excuse me, going down on the Dragon Prince is going to be healing those guys up. An overcasted one, as they're definitely going to need it. As maybe been a little bit too late. They still have 34 models at the very least, but yeah, they're taking a tons of damage just sitting here in all these units, all these infantry units. The Glade Guard continues to fire in on the Northern Sea Guard, getting some nice side shots there. The Eagle's being chased by the other Eagle. Eagle on Eagle fight going on there. And Opal Amulet is popped as well to help mitigate some of that damage. Some Glade Riders continue to chase after the Silver Helms, trying to stop them from rampaging through the Wood Elf line. Northern Sea Guard being finished off by the Dryads. They should eventually do that soon. Shadow Warriors continuing to skirmish a bit, but the Spellweaver is going to jump down there on the Shadow Warrior, stop them from shooting. She's not going to kill a lot of models, but that's not what matters. Stopping them from shooting matters the most. But they are going to slowly start to get away from her, give some space away as they start to kite back the Dryads. Though the Dryads are quite speedy at 41, they will eventually catch those Shadow Warriors. Otherwise, it's mostly a whole bunch of Wood Elf infantry that's left. Not a whole lot else for the High Elf sides, and that's why the balance of power is obviously in their favor. But we do have a bunch of Shadow Warriors with quite a bit of ammunition left, so they might be able to come back. We'll see. Silver Helms continue to try to sweep up the rest of these Dryads and save their Shadow Warriors, because they're the win condition right now for the High Elves, or rather that's the only win condition they have. Though I suppose we do have a single Dragon Prince here with 49 models still left. Plenty of healing left to do, plenty of killing left. But Shadow Warriors continue to fire in their counterfire against the Glade Guard and continue have those guys hacking, send those guys packing. Dragon Princes get a regrowth there. Very nice. Going to heal them up quite a bit, mitigate a bit of this damage that they're taking from the melee engagements with the Glade Guard and the Internal Guard, who do eventually catch up to them. Though the High Elf player is doing well to pull them out at opportune moments to make sure they don't get surrounded too quickly, because they know that the Dragon Princes are extremely important and they will be dragged down if they take even a single charge from those Eternal Guard in their rear at the very least. Obviously it wouldn't matter otherwise. But we do have some Northern Sea Guard who can come back. Some more Dryads coming back from the Wood Elf side. The Silver Helms and Dragon Princes have come back to help support their Archmage. They're going to run down these Glade Guard and stop them from shooting. Very nice. And we do still have the Winter Heart Guard, however. Did I notice these guys? Did I call them out? I don't think I did. They are an unbreakable spear anti-large unit, so, you know, pretty good there. Archmage is going to continue to circle around, trying to avoid all of the shots left from the Glade Guard. Where the Dragon Prince is now, just sweeping up the Glade Guard. And how many times are they going to say that? They're going to turn around probably and either finish off chasing these guys, maybe not, though they only have 10 models, slip through here, get on top of these guys, and get here as well. Just hit one at a time. Another, possibly, what is this? A Dweller's Blow going down on the Shadow Warriors, doing a decent amount of damage, I think. It was a very nice, probably a nice catch there from the Wood Elf side, because, again, the Shadow Warriors were one of the only win cons, if not the win con, left for the High Elves. The Dragon Princes can be brought down with the amount of spears left on the field. So once their kite mobility is gone, then Dragon Princes will be left to be forced to cycle charge into spears, anti-large AP spears, to be precise. The Archmage is going to jump down there on the Glade Guard and possibly scare those guys off. There we go. I don't think the birds, yeah, they cause fear, so yeah, I'm not going to be terrorizing those Glade Guard anytime soon. Dragon Prince is continuing to be chased away by the Eternal Guard, and they're going to try to regroup with their Shadow Warrior, try to save those guys, and they do. They shut down those Dryads, especially with the help of the Archmage. You get another possible regrowth here. You're going to do a lot of work here, and that's a very nice charge in on the Eternal Guard. They get that charge in, pull out, and is going to continue doing that cycle charging. But in the meanwhile, the Wood Elf player has racked up to 400 victory tickets at the moment. Could possibly end up winning that, winning based off of that, though we'll see. It would be interesting to see the Conquest win off the tickets. But there we go, another Eternal Guard routed off, very nice. Winterheart Guard are going to turn around and charge, which was probably not the best idea, as you could see from that. They took a lot of freaking damage. Earthblood going down, hitting the Dragon Princess, Shadow Warriors, and the Archmage, healing those guys up. At this point, it's probably best just to stay on the point instead of continuously chasing after the Dragon Princess. Letting your Eternal Guard can pick up some vigor would be very, very nice, while the Dragon Princess are constantly tired. But running around in the blob, it's not the worst idea because they can't pick off one piece at a time. They have to charge you. Shadow Princess, Shadow Warriors possibly trying to capture the point. We'll see here. Speed things up. And you just gotta stay in that box on top of the point at this moment, because there's nothing else you have. You have to let the Dragon Princess come to you. But yeah, oof. Down to one unit of Eternal Guard is very, very scary. And we still have the other one, of course, and they are unbreakable. But down to 556. It's really, really close here, but I think the High Elf player might have this. And yeah, the Eternal Guard end up routing off, Terror routed. But the Wood Elf player still has to capture the point, as I don't believe there's army losses. No, there is, right? I can't remember. Yeah, I think there's army losses. It's just the Winterheart. Yeah, of course there's army losses. What am I, silly? Yeah, there's a Winterheart Guard. We're holding on for dear life. But there we go. There's that last Winterheart Guard just being mowed down. Poor guy. That's actually this one. This is the Winterheart Guard. Either way, he's dead. Doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I was thinking of the Land Battle Capture Point mod. Before Conquest came out, there was no way to incorporate army losses for the mod creators. So, no, yeah. Definitely would have been better to keep all your Eternal Guard on the point. Just box up against the Dragon Princes, because letting your Eternal Guard, or keeping your Eternal Guard healthy vigor-wise, is your best opportunity, really, while the Dragon Princes are tired. Obviously, the Dragon Princes can sit and wait for a moment while their vigor comes back, but the more time they waste sitting idly by, the less time they have to try to take the point back. But also the Eagle with Fear kind of helps as well. I mean, despite it being a stupid eagle and not actually very important in melee, pretty trash in melee actually, the Fear helps a lot with breaking that box, because the Wood Elves have no Lord left, nor anything else that has immune to fear. So they take a charge from the High Elf Archmage in the, like this rear, for example. It doesn't even have to be the rear, but just having to fight a creature with fear nearby obviously is going to break the box a lot faster. The leadership is going to go down a lot quicker. But let's look at the values here. 633. Everything else, nothing too shabby here. 972, 921, 1329, and 2631, 1017. Obviously the Cav or the real breadwinners here. The Shadow Warriors, despite three of them being routed off at the very end there, they all still managed to pick up some decent value. 934, 972, yeah. Very nice. Yeah, the Dragon Princes were just your bread and butter. Absolutely just running through those thin, dainty Wood Elves like they were nothing. Like they were mere pebbles on the road. Now that's what I call freaking heavy cav. 1234, Dryads did fine. Obviously got to bring them in the high elf matchup. They can make easy work of spears usually. Everything else, oh, you can definitely tell this quick battle. It's just by this massive amount of Glade Guard. Yeah, nothing too shabby values wise, aside from the Single Glade Guard, 1354. Oh no, actually, I missed the 1621 here. 1,000 obviously is good, but it's not. It doesn't stand out too much like the 16 and 13. Pretty good values there. Just trading back and forth with Shadow Warriors and Longer Sea Guard. Yeah, fun match. Thanks guys for watching. Catch you guys next time with another one. Bye bye.